Hey guys, some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire.
Welcome to a new chapter of the comment section, and I am your new host, Reagan Conrad.
Luca! Bueno? Piñu! Bueno? Piñu! Bueno? Piñu! Piñas! Lule Piñu! Piñu! Piñu!
Hi everyone, welcome to OUTRAGED, the place where we sip on drama, dissect dilemmas, and unravel the stories behind the stories. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest messes in media right now, Brett Cooper's departure from the comments section, Reagan Conrad's controversial takeover, and the chaos that's spilling out everywhere. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe if you like my vibe. Now, let's get into it. This story has all the makings of a scandal. Fractured friendships, shady workplace dynamics, and a whole lot of irony. Brett Cooper's exit from the comments section wasn't just a career move. It's ignited a firestorm that fans can't stop talking about. And honestly, the more you dig into it, the more it feels like there's a lot we're not being told. Let's start with Brett. For many fans, she wasn't just the host of the comments section, she was the show. Her sharp wit, natural charisma, and ability to connect with her audience made her the face of the channel. So, when news broke that her contract with the Daily Wire had ended, people were shocked. Brett's channel wasn't struggling, it was thriving, pulling in views and engagement that many could only dream of. Why let someone like that go? That's the question everyone's been asking, and the answers aren't exactly clear. Here's where things start to get messy. Brett had been hinting for months that something wasn't right. Back in November, fans noticed that rumors of her departure were gaining traction. When asked directly, she didn't respond directly, but when her fans asked her to wear blue to signal if she could not speak freely due to signing an NDA, she seemingly responded in her last video by wearing a blue shirt.
Some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Bittersweet indeed. We're sad to see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take the next step in her journey. Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress. It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years, and her performance in the Pendragon cycle is sensational. I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire. And we wish her nothing but the best.
Child. Anyway, so...
Was it a subtle way of acknowledging the drama? Fans certainly think so. And then there's Reagan Conrad.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm producer Reagan. I am filling in for Brett today, and I'm guest hosting her show. Now, I know that Brett is masterful behind the mic, so I'm going to do my best to do her justice.
The Reagan episodes are kind of weird.
Welcome back to the comment section. So obviously, I talk car brand into a whole new stratosphere of woke confusion. I'm concerned about feminism. I'm concerned about the growing gender divide. But before we get into today's episode, make sure you like this video. Before we dive into this episode, though, make sure that you like this video if you have not already. If you've not already.
As I understand, two best friends are going to have similar mannerisms, but you can't convince me this isn't done entirely on purpose, as this just looks like when two people pick the same character in Street Fighter, where they have all the same moves with a different color scheme.
Okay, that didn't go too well.
For those who don't know, Reagan wasn't just Brett's co-worker, she was her close friend. She was even a bridesmaid at Brett's wedding. So when Brett's exit was followed almost immediately by Reagan stepping into her role, people started putting two and two together.
Welcome to a new chapter of the comment section, and I am your new host, Reagan Conrad. Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. So before we get into today's episode, I want to just recap a few things with you all. Now, many of you have known me as producer Reagan. I've been working on this show for almost 3 years now. I started with Daily Wire fresh out of college with a journalism degree and a resume full of social media work. And prior to applying here, I was listening to Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles literally every day because they were the voices online echoing my thoughts and my values and my beliefs. So I decided to apply to the Daily Wire. And I got a job and I moved across the country from Pennsylvania to Nashville, and I've been here ever since. Now, funnily enough, my first job at this company was actually posting the Facebook videos for this brand new show called The Comment Section. And from there, I fell in love with this show and with this team. And I basically became an associate producer for a time, and then I became the producer. And even recently, you've probably seen me guest hosting on Fridays. So while I may feel like a stranger to most of you watching this video, I've been behind the scenes for years getting to know all of you.
The speed of the transition was jarring. Within days, Reagan's face replaced Brett's in the channel header, and she began managing the comment section. It felt less like a natural progression and more like a coup, and fans weren't shy about calling it out. One of the most telling moments came when Brett unfollowed Reagan on social media. Now, let's be real. Unfollowing someone might seem petty, but in the world of public figures, it's a statement. Add to that the fact that Brett's mom was seen liking comments on Instagram that referred to Reagan as a snake. And you've got all the ingredients for a friendship gone sour. Fans, however, have been the loudest voices in this drama. They've taken to the comments section, the very backbone of the show, to air their frustrations. And the irony here is almost too much. A show built on engaging with its audience is now actively ignoring its own viewers. The backlash has been brutal. Here's just a taste of what people are saying. This is very creepy to watch. A grown woman imitating the mannerisms, looks, and dress of the previous host replace her and act like nothing happened. This feels like an episode of Black Mirror. Well, good job, Daily Wire. You killed my favorite show. This is actually very creepy. It feels like identity theft. The comments section without Brett is like Harry Potter without Hermione Granger. And it's not just words, they're unsubscribing. One viewer wrote, "Unsubscribe, Brett gone, us gone." Another said, "This channel is now losing 25K subs a day. Let's keep it up." Fans have even called for a rebranding. One of the most biting comments reads, "Please rename the channel to The Comments Section without Brett Cooper." And then there's the ultimate takedown. It's pretty ironic that a show called The Comments Section completely ignores its own comment section. If that doesn't sum up the situation, I don't know what does. So, why does this matter? It's not just about one host leaving, it's about how you handle change and respect your audience. The Daily Wire had an opportunity to be transparent, to acknowledge Brett's contributions, and to properly introduce Reagan. Instead, they've chosen silence. By pretending everything is fine, they've alienated the very audience that made the show successful in the first place. And the viewers, they're not letting it slide.
It's not realistic. It's just not realistic.
Now, let's talk about Reagan. It's clear she's in an impossible position. Stepping into a role previously filled by someone beloved is always hard. But the way this transition was handled hasn't done her any favors. Fans feel like she's being presented as a replacement for Brett rather than her own person. And instead of winning people over, she's facing criticism for what many see as an attempt to imitate Brett's style. Whether that's intentional or not, it's not working.
This show is creepy now. As I said, it was explicit, video after video, millions of views on all of these videos, and the comment section of all of these videos agreeing, just being like, no, they cannot produce a clone. They got to give this girl her own show. But for whatever reason, Daily Wire ignored all of those signs, and they very quickly, I feel like in 48 hours, turned around the comment section and just gave us like Brett Cooper, but not 2.0. In fact, the internet kept calling her a Temu Brett, essentially saying that this was like the Chinese knockoff version of Brett Cooper. They did not regroup. They did not rebrand the show. They even kept the girl wearing headphones, kind of like the same dorm setting, which was kind of strange because Brett Cooper, of course, is just 22. She began the show when she was 18. So this sort of like college vibe and the headphones made sense. Reagan's 29 years old. This is an adult woman, and she's kind of cosplaying a teenager in a dorm room. Super awkward, and we can say it was an abject failure.
Brett, on the other hand, has taken the high road. She hasn't addressed the drama publicly, but her actions, like unfollowing Reagan, say enough. While she stays quiet, her fans are doing the talking for her, flooding the comments with messages of support and disappointment in how the situation was handled. Despite not having a single video posted on her new channel yet, the channel is already sitting pretty at 479K subscribers. That number is likely to surpass 1 million subbies after her first video. The support that Brett has is certainly moving and inspiring. It's a testament to the connection she built with her audience, one that can't be easily replaced.
Brett Cooper has the it factor. Nobody really knows what the it factor is, but you know when you see it. And I remember the first time I saw a Brett Cooper video, actually, she was working at the Daily Wire, and I had no idea she was working at Daily Wire. And my husband kept saying, "Do you know this girl, Brett Cooper, that works there?" And I'm like, "No, I've never seen her." And he showed me her video, and the first time I saw it, I said, this girl just has the it factor. Just didn't feel that way when you watch Reagan perform. It's like, okay, this isn't the it factor. This feels like the forced it factor. This feels like the friend of the it factor. I just don't see how this is going to be a successful plan. They should have just regrouped, gone under. If I'm giving them advice today, shut it down fast. When the market tells you no, you're not going to be able to ever force the markets. And this is a pretty resounding no. And lastly, what I will say is the lesson in all of this is actually something that I learned from Matt Walsh. He always says, just because you can doesn't mean you should. It's a great little life tidbit. Like, you absolutely can. You own this channel, you can. Just find a friend of and put them up there and say, so what, deal with it. But you shouldn't. That is the lesson in all of this. The comment section, I would say, is officially over.
Here's my take. This entire situation could have been avoided. Change is inevitable, especially in media, but mishandling it is not. Brett's departure could have been a moment to celebrate her time on the show and to pass the torch to Reagan in a way that felt respectful and genuine. Instead, the Daily Wire has created a situation where everyone loses: Brett, Reagan, and the fans. This entire ordeal highlights something bigger: how disposable people are in corporate environments. No matter how much you build, no matter how much you sweat and pour into a job, you are always replaceable. It's clear that the success of the comments section was built on Brett's hard work and authenticity, yet the Daily Wire moved on like it was just another transaction. I always remind myself to slow down and never let work affect my life balance. Because at the end of the day, a job is just a job. What I do admire, though, is that Brett doesn't have to deal with the usual narrative of walking out with a box in her hands and her head hanging low. Instead, she's leaving with the unwavering support of her fans, who have her back every step of the way. My advice to all of you: whatever you pour into a job, make sure you're pouring just as much into yourself. Learn everything you can, build skills you can monetize, and always be ready to walk away on your own terms. Live life for yourself, not for a company. If you're a viewer feeling disillusioned, my advice is simple: vote with your attention. Support creators who value their audience, and don't be afraid to move on if you feel let down. At the end of the day, a show is nothing without its viewers. Now, it's your turn. What do you think really happened between Brett, Reagan, and the Daily Wire? Could this have been handled differently? And have you ever seen a brand misread the room this badly? Let me know in the comments below. Until the next episode, keep your secrets close and your vibes positive. Bye.